Alright, you guys, welcome back to the channel. Here for some more Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Just in case if you guys haven't heard, it's been confirmed by the English Dragon Ball Games Twitter page that we're going to be getting additional news coming this October. Then the Japanese Dragon Ball Games Twitter page went ahead and tweeted out that we're going to be getting future free updates during the October 2026 month window as well. So a lot of people have been speculating what could we possibly be getting within these upcoming free updates. Naturally, it just sparks up conversation, so I feel like it will be a great discussion for today's topic. We'll go ahead and discuss a little bit more about that later on, but another thing that's going to be happening fall of 2026 is going to be the release of the Dragon Ball Super Beerus remake. We don't have an exact release of when this is going to be dropping. I mean, all we have so far is fall 2026, but obviously October is in fall, so people have been putting two and two together. Could we possibly get a Sparking Zero DBS Beerus free update? Which does kind of make sense. Big shout outs to DBS Hype for sharing this. Saw this on Reddit. Interesting thought about the next Sparking Zero news coming in October. And then we have the original screenshot here. You can see the description at the bottom part. It says the fact that Bandai Namco likes to ride the hype just like they did with Daima for Sparking Zero, and now that we're getting both a new update in October and DBS Beerus, makes me think we could get some really interesting contents. I went ahead and found the original post, which we'll go over to that here soon. But yeah, they bring up a very good point. This is not confirmed in any way, shape, or form. The only thing that is confirmed will be the additional news and free updates during the month of October 2026. These are the official Dragon Ball pages. But I find this interesting just because, one, it makes sense, like what they brought up. They rode the hype with Dragon Ball Daima, not only for Sparking Zero, but with Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. If you guys recall, for the Future Saga Chapter 2 DLC pack, they included Daima Mini Goku as a last-minute thing, just because of the Daima anime that was currently going on at the time. And then eventually they came out with a proper Daima DLC pack after Daima eventually ended, with Adult 4 Goku and Adult Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. Same thing with Sparking Zero. I believe the pre-order bonus was base Mini Goku. And then later on, I think DLC 2, yeah, we got the updated version of base Mini Goku with some of the other cast characters, Glorio, Mini Vegeta 1, 2, and 3, Pansy, and then DLC 3 with the adult variants, right? So I wouldn't be surprised, since we are getting this Dragon Ball Super remake, if they do something with all the Dragon Ball games. And yeah, October is in fall of 2026, so it would be kind of cool to get some free Battle of Gods content in Sparking Zero. I know we already have a lot of the things like the God transformations for Goku, you know, Beerus is in the game, Whis, but they could amplify those characters with additional costumes, skills, all that great stuff. So going over to the actual post by Particular T9298, they just went ahead and provided some extra contents they would like to see with this upcoming potential Beerus free updates. Again, this is just a popular theory roaming around the Sparking Zero community at the moment. It's not confirmed. You can see there's a ton of other related posts over here on the right. More Sparking Zero news in October. Since more updates are coming as usual, I put together parts, yeah, just a ton of different theories. But again, I really like this one because it does make sense to me because of that DBS Broly or Beerus remake dropping fall of 2026. So we'll also add on top of this stuff things I personally would like to see in regards to the characters' attacks, but they're starting things off with a free stage. Now, this is something that we have seen with the past free updates, going back to DLC 3 with the Daima Demon World 1 stage. Same thing goes with the recent Super Limit Breaking Neo DLC pack with its free update, right? We got the three different variants, the Molten Volcano stage from the second Broly movie, the Dying Planet stage from the first DBZ Broly movie, and even the History of Trunks City ruins, the bright variant, right? So I could see them kind of doing something like this, adding the cruise ship. I believe it's going to be a bit more accurate to the source material, the Beerus remake, that is, because the Battle of Gods movie, the party was at the Cops Corporation City area. The anime was here, the cruise ship. So I could see the characters spawning right on top of the cruise ship, and then if they really wanted to, they can fly off of it, fight above the ocean, and then maybe the cruise ship itself would be destructible, so you can go through the different levels. Kind of fun there. Going over to the second stage, which I think would be a 10 out of 10 addition, the cave. You guys know how they were fighting above the Rocky Mountains area, then they just plowed through the surface of the earth, eventually meeting here in the center of the earth, I guess, if that's what you want to call it. Especially with the Unreal Engine 5 engine, I feel like the surface, just because the water is just above ground level, so it kind of makes it look like you're walking on water. The reflection of the aura would just be nice. Dude, when you're battling, the water will be picked up when you're doing the clashes. Ooh, top tier stuff. And this stage is also in Xenoverse 2, so it wouldn't be brand new to the developers on the Dragon Ball side of things. And the Beerus stage as well. For some reason, they typically don't include this area in their Dragon Ball games. I don't know why. We don't have it in Xenoverse 2, Fighters, what else? The Breakers, Gekushin Squadra, all the current Dragon Ball games, except for Kakarot. That's just because they had a legitimate Beerus DLC. The first and second one did take place on the planets in Kakarot, at least, so they did make it playable on that game. But Sparking Zero would just be a totally different feel, vibe to it, because again, going back to that Unreal Engine, the trees, the environment, and water, the trapezoid sphere that's already on the planet itself, you know what I mean? It will probably lock us from exploring all of that, right, with the invisible walls. But I think this one, everybody will enjoy. And then they have costumes, the blue running tracksuit that we see at the very start of the saga. I feel like this probably could just be an additional outfit, because you guys know sometimes outfits will also apply new skills, or maybe it's just a new skill with an already existing outfit in the game, or just a new outfit with nothing new in terms of the skill attacks, right? I feel like this could be one of those where it's just the outfit alone, because this is still Z and Goku, right? You just get to transform into Super Saiyan 1, 2, and 3, which that's something we haven't seen in the anime or movie, because I believe he took it off and then switched over to his original fighting attire, going up against Beerus with Super Saiyan 1, 2, and 3, and just got completely annihilated, right? Here we have the farmer, which I believe is like the very beginning of Dragon Ball Super. Goten and Goku, they're farming, so yeah. Cool, casual uniform there. I've said this many times before, but I really do like the casual attire, stuff that we don't normally see the characters utilizing in the actual media, anime, manga, whatever it may be. Now, the things I personally would like to see for a potential Beerus remake update. Here we have a format I created. We'll just start at the very top right here. Some new attacks for God Goku, Beerus, and Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta. So, as we all know, God Goku, that's currently in Sparking Zero, that's heavily inspired by the DBS Broly movie. The God Binds, the Gravity Bash, the Kamehameha, even the transformation animation, all that directly from DBS Broly. However, if they add an additional presets, not necessarily with a new outfit, because we already have this Goku Gogi outfit in the game without the loose belt. We have that one as well, actually. So it would just make sense for them to apply a new attack. Whatever they decide to take from the remake, I'll be happy with it, most likely. And same thing goes for Beerus and Vegeta as well, right? We already have Beerus. I know he has the Sphere of Destruction, the atomic bomb. You know how it looks like an atom or whatever. But he only throws out one of them. In the actual show, he does multiple of those Sphere of Destructions. And even the clone. You guys know in Dragon Ball Z Kakarot how he does the clone after images. They're not after images, they're like legitimate clones. Yeah, he does that in the show as well. So a clone technique for Beerus would be nice, or just the multiple barrage sphere of destructions would be nice as well. They could take a lot from the material. Same thing goes for Vegeta. They're kind of switching up that Rage Super Saiyan 2 power boost with the purple Gallic Gun aura surging from himself. And that's what I like to call it, Gallic Gun, just because that's the original color hue for the attack. But he does a series of combinations. A perfect example of this would be False Super Saiyan Goku, how they just included that character. How it's not necessarily a transformation, but more of an ultimate attack. Yeah, so the Enraged Super Saiyan 2 power boost could be an ultimate attack for Z and Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta, just as a different presets. And then maybe another new stage, since we already have the... what is this called? I don't know why I'm forgetting the name of this. King Kai's planet. There it is. We already have this technically in the game. It's not playable. You can't select it and fight on it, but it's in the main menu, right, wherein they included the Super Limit Breaker game mode. It's literally right there. That's where I got the image from. I feel like they could just maybe make it playable this time around. Slap it part of the free update. So that's basically where I like to see 3 attacks, 1 of each for Goku, God Goku, Beerus, and Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta with a new stage. Now, going down here, this is where it gets interesting. As I mentioned before, God Goku that's already in the game is more inspired by the DBS Broly movie. And that transformation is under the Dragon Ball Super Goku. So he can transform from base into Super Saiyan 1, Super Saiyan God, and Super Saiyan Blue, right? However, imagine this. If they update the original Z and Goku, the one that can transform into Super Saiyan 1, 2, and 3, with a different Super Saiyan God. Ooh, come on! Let me cook, Bandai! Let me cook! So now it will be Super Saiyan 1, 2, 3, and then God. Just because, remember, his first appearance was under the Dragon Ball Z title, the film, Battle of Gods. It was called DBZ Battle of Gods. So I think that would be a plus there. And of course, his attacks, animations, transformation would be more inspired by the Beerus remake, where he does the Saiyan ritual. He gathers the 5 pure-hearted characters. That will be the cutscene to it. Vegeta, Trunks, Goten, Gohan. Was Pan part of this? Or Videl? Videl was part of it. Let me cook, man. What do you guys think about this idea? A brand new Super Saiyan God. Another cool addition, I think, would be, I guess, an additional attack for Super Saiyan Goku. Because remember, after he transformed into Super Saiyan God, and after he kind of became accustomed to it, he acclimated with the new God power boost, and when he reverted to his mere Super Saiyan form, he was able to go toe-to-toe against Beerus, right? And it was just in Super Saiyan because he kind of absorbed that God power. So if they could update Super Saiyan Goku, or maybe an additional preset with a new Blast 1, kind of like a surging mode or something, I think that could be nice too. And fun facts, Dragon Ball Super Goku, his Super Saiyan states, doesn't he already have that instant transmission Kamehameha where he teleports multiple times? Yeah, that was from the Beerus anime. And recently, they included the outer space stage, the planet Earth. So you can already recreate that scene, but if they add all the other stages, outfits, going back to what particular T mentioned with the cave stage, yeah, all that good stuff, we can just recreate more of the Beerus saga, which that's something I have been noticing with the recent update. They included a ton of the elements from the Second Coming Broly movie. Videl, Trunks, Gohan, they got their outfits. They included the Molten Stage and the Family Kamehameha. The only thing that we're missing from that is the Second Coming Broly. right? And then that will complete that entire saga. I feel like that's what this update could do. Complete the entire Battle of Gods saga, or Beerus remake saga, you know, because that's what's going to be happening fall of 2026. Just cool stuff for a potential Beerus update. Again, not confirmed, just speculating, theorizing, having fun. Comment down below what you guys would like to see within these upcoming news this October. English website says news. The Japanese one says free updates. Right, so this is it for today's video. Thank you guys for the immense support as always. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace.